Welcome to Words for Wednesday for March 3rd, 2021. Once again, I'm Randy Pierce of 2020 Vision Quest. And although it's not Throwback Thursday, I do want to throw back to the origins of Words for Wednesday, when I used to just put out a quote, and that led us to where we are today. But I shared a quote from an unusual character, Winnie the Pooh, who shared, "People tell me all the time that nothing is impossible, but I do nothing nearly every day." And all the humor of that quote aside, I think there's a lesson I want to draw forth with my real quote. So I'm currently working with some great gentlemen on a workshop that we're presenting. It's a month long. We meet weekly for young professionals trying to put the 2020 hangover behind them and work forward with some tools. And last week, Matt Schmidt brought us grounding and gratitude. And he spoke about the power of the pause. And his example was taken as a soccer coach from soccer. And when an offensive player is moving with the ball in a rapid pace, defenders coming at all speeds and angles, sometimes just stopping suddenly can let so much go by you and give you the perspective to make better decisions. And as he led that, I thought about how we could apply it in our world. It is so much darker when the light goes out than as if it had never shone at all, said John Steinbeck in his final novel, The Winters of Our Discontent. And I just shared a story about that in our most recent blog post. And I share that quote because it's obviously got a darker edge, right? When we lose something, it makes you wonder, would we have been better off without it? Like my sight. When I lost my sight, obviously I knew what it was like to see, and that made the loss have a little different type of meaning. But of course, I value my sight, and I work without it. And similarly, when I went into the wheelchair and spent nearly 2 years there, I missed walking and all of the gifts there. And when I worked my way out, I was able to take that and use that appreciation to learn to walk, to hike, to run. And I learned to appreciate what I didn't have because I lost it. And that's the case for lots of us. COVID-19 is probably bringing that to some of us. And that's what I want to suggest. The power of the pause can give us that ability. The ability to take focus on all the things around us, to get perspective, and maybe to plan and prioritize how we can better use all of the things that are in our life. And if we do that, then when we start up again, we can do so maybe better prepared. And towards that end of starting up, I'm sort of with Winnie the Pooh, at least in the first part, that nothing needs be impossible if we take the right approach, including the ability to stop and do nothing long enough to appreciate things. Thanks for joining us. I hope we'll see you again next week.